Hi there, do-it-yourselfers. Today we're going to be taking a look at Performance Tools heat gun. This is a dual speed heat gun and it's a high output heavy duty heat gun. We're going to be showing it off today, doing some repairs on this trailer, getting the wiring back up and running, and then we're also just going to cover a few examples of some other things that you can use your heat gun for. This is something that you are definitely going to need when doing wiring repairs and anything connections that's outside the vehicle, whether you are a guy that likes to solder and heat your heat shrink around your soldered connections, or if you're wanting to get things done a little quicker and use some butt connectors. There are shrink butt connectors as well, and this will do the job for all of those. And here's a trailer we got that was in that the lighting doesn't work anymore, and we took one quick look at it here right away, and well, you can see where the issues are. All the wires are breaking off this thing here on our connector end. It's just all corroded up. So we're going to get this end swapped out with a new end here, and then we'll hook up our box here and see if make sure all of our lights are working and fix them. But as we're replacing all this, we're just going to crimp our wires together. We'll be using heat shrink butt connectors. Got a couple of different sizes here. And to seal our butt connectors down, we're going to be using our heat gun from Performance Tools. And we're going to go ahead and turn this on. We've got two settings there. You've got a low and a high. We're going to use the high to make things go a little faster, and it's mainly the fan speed. You can hear that here in the gun. So we'll do low first here so you can hear it. We get a higher fan speed, and it's usually a little bit more heat as well. You get a higher heat output and also a higher airflow. And we're just aiming it at our butt connectors, keeping it moving, kind of going back and forth to make sure not to heat one spot too long to overheat it. You can twist your wire a little bit as necessary. And this will shrink around our wire here, sealing it up, preventing corroded issues from occurring in the future. But having the two speeds is nice. Sometimes you want this lower output if you're working in like an engine compartment or something, and you want to try to keep the heat away from other sources. You can kind of direct it a little bit better there. So now that we've got all these connected, we're going to go ahead and plug it into our box here, and we're going to make sure that all of our lights are functioning properly. All right, well, we got our trailer all fixed up and running. Our heat gun did a great job on making sure that's all sealed up. I did want to cover just a couple of other things you can use a heat gun for. Now, the most common thing we use it for around here is for butt connectors and stuff like that. And that's probably the most common thing you'll use it for at home, but you can use it on some other projects. Airbags, when you go to install airbags, sometimes you'll have to push the airline that comes in the kit over a barbed fitting. And it can be a pretty difficult challenge to get that to go into there. We can use our heat gun here to heat up our line some. And a little bit of heat can go a long way. There we go. Look at how it spread the end open. And it slides right on there. And you can even see the ridges of the barb, so we know that it's kind of going around this. And as this cools down a little bit, it's going to cinch on there and be nice and tight and give you a nice good seal. So that's just an example. That's something that we kind of use it for around here as well, is for airline tubing and things like that. One of the things that I use mine for at home, I wrapped a box in some vinyl to make it look nice, and I had some kind of almost like a waviness to it at the end. I took my heat gun to it and I was able to go over that to kind of heat it up, and it smoothed it back out, and it really helped it suck it around the corners when I had wrapped it around the box there using some using some spray glue to put it on. So that worked out great on that project at home as well. So it can definitely work with some other things you have around the house that you might need some heat for. And that completes our look at Performance Tools 2-speed heat gun.